Let's uncover the truth about ancient sacrifices. Many ancient civilizations, including the famous Aztecs and Incas, practiced human sacrifice as a vital part of their religious rituals. These societies believed that offering a human life would please their gods and ensure bountiful harvests, victories in battle, or protection from disasters. For the Aztecs, this act was seen as a way to repay the gods for the sun's life-giving energy, while the Incas associated sacrifice with maintaining harmony in their vast empire. Interestingly, these ceremonies often included elaborate rituals with priestly figures leading the way, chanting and offering prayers before the act itself. While modern perspectives may view such practices as horrific, it's essential to understand them in their historical context. Sacrifices were a manifestation of faith, an attempt to connect with divine powers and secure favor in a world filled with uncertainties. How do you think these rituals shaped their cultures? Believe it or not, Nellie Bly shattered world records in 1889. This daring journalist completed a breathtaking journey around the globe in just 72 days. Inspired by Jules Verne's famous novel, Around the World in 80 Days, Bly set off on November 14, 1889. While many thought it was impossible for a woman to travel alone so quickly, she boldly proved them wrong. Along her travels, she made a special detour to interview Verne himself, adding a unique twist to her adventure. Bly traveled by ship and train, facing challenges like rough seas and missed connections. Her incredible feat captured the imagination of the world, emphasizing the potential of women in journalism and travel. By returning on January 25, 1890, she not only set a record, but also inspired countless others to pursue their dreams, regardless of societal expectations. Isn't it amazing how one person's determination can change history? Did you know that volcanoes can threaten civilization? Scientists estimate that the next civilization-threatening volcanic eruption could happen in about 17,000 years. Imagine a powerful explosion that unleashes around 1 teraton, which is a staggering trillion tons, of pyroclastic material. When a volcano erupts, it can send ash and gas high into the atmosphere, affecting air travel and even weather patterns worldwide. This massive release of debris can block sunlight and lead to a so-called volcanic winter, where temperatures drop dramatically. History shows us how catastrophic such eruptions can be, like the eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815, which caused severe climate anomalies. While 17,000 years may seem far off, it's a reminder of Earth's unpredictable nature and how we need to be aware of geological risks. What can we do to prepare for such powerful forces of nature? Why does Matt Vernon claim the tulip crown? Located in Washington, this town, known as the tulip capital of North America, grows more tulips than all of Holland. Each spring, the vibrant fields explode with colors, drawing in visitors from around the globe. The annual Tulip Festival is a highlight, featuring breathtaking displays of thousands of tulips in all shades imaginable. From delicate pastels to bold, vibrant hues, these gorgeous flowers transform the landscape into a stunning sea of color. The festival not only showcases the blooms, but also celebrates the community with local art, food, and entertainment. Families stroll through the fields, capturing the beauty with their cameras while others enjoy live music and delicious culinary treats from local vendors. This enchanting event rivals the famous tulip farms of the Netherlands, making it a must-see destination for anyone who loves flowers. The dedication and care that the growers put into their tulip fields truly shine during this special time. Who knew that a small town in the US could create such a magnificent springtime spectacle? Turns out, the truth is that Ganvie floats above water. This remarkable village in Benin is often called the Venice of Africa due to its stunning stilted architecture and vibrant aquatic culture. Nestled on the shimmering waters of Lake Nokwe, Ganvie captivates visitors with its unique charm. Imagine a community where homes stand gracefully on stilts, ingeniously built to evade seasonal floods. Here, daily life revolves around the lake, where boats replace cars as the primary mode of transport. Families typically rise at dawn to fish, casting their nets into the lake's depths, which provides them with sustenance and financial support. As you navigate the winding canals, you'll be enchanted by the colorful wooden houses adorned with decorations that reflect the community's rich heritage. The lively sounds of laughter, conversation, and bustling life fill the air, showcasing the strong ties among the residents. Ganvie is not just a remarkable engineering feat, but also a testament to human resilience and adaptation to nature. A visit to this floating village offers an unforgettable experience, revealing how life can beautifully flow in sync with water. Surprised by soccer's action-packed reality? During a typical 90-minute professional soccer match, you might think players are constantly in action, but they actually only touch the ball for about 2 to 4 minutes. This fascinating statistic reveals just how much of the game involves positioning, running, and strategizing rather than ball handling. Midfielders, who often engage more in both attack and defense, may have slightly longer touches compared to forwards or defenders. However, the goalkeeper adds an interesting twist, as their interactions with the ball aren't included in this average. Players sprint across the field, managing stamina and tactics, while the game unfolds around them. So the next time you watch a match, remember that those few minutes of ball action are just a snapshot of the harder work and skill that goes into making soccer thrilling. What do you think about this balance? Prepare to be amazed by spider survival skills. Spiders are incredible creatures with some remarkable abilities. For instance, they can go for months without food by slowing down their metabolism, a nifty trick that helps them endure tough times, especially in cold weather or when food is scarce. This cold-blooded quality lets them thrive in various habitats, from the blistering heat of deserts to the damp, rich environments of rainforests. Their adaptability doesn't stop there. Spiders can also adjust their hunting and web-building strategies based on their surroundings. This means that whether they are in a dense forest or a dry area, they find ways to survive and thrive. So next time you see a spider, remember that they are more than just creepy crawlies. They are expert survivors in the animal kingdom. Did you know that apples have special breathing spots? These tiny pinprick dots found on apples, potatoes, and various fruits are called lenticels. Lenticels play a crucial role in the life of a plant by acting as pores for gas exchange, similar to how our lungs work. While we can't see them up close without a magnifying glass, they allow oxygen to enter the plant and carbon dioxide to exit, keeping the plant healthy. You might think of these little spots as the plant's way of breathing. When you bite into a crunchy apple, those lenticels are working hard, making sure the fruit gets what it needs to stay fresh and tasty. This fascinating feature isn't just limited to apples. It's common in many fruits and vegetables. So next time you enjoy a piece of produce, remember those tiny lenticels silently supporting life. Have you encountered a fruit with lenticels before? This might surprise you. North Koreans have no job choices. In the secretive realm of North Korea, the concept of career freedom is virtually non-existent. The government controls every aspect of employment, assigning jobs based on its economic strategies rather than individual desires or skills. Imagine a talented artist being sent to toil in a factory or a qualified doctor relegated to manual labor. This coercive system leaves citizens with minimal control over their professional lives. Additionally, the financial rewards for their hard work are dishearteningly low. A physician who plays a critical role in community health might earn a mere $3 to $5 per month, while laborers could receive even less, sometimes just $1 to $2. How can anyone sustain a family on such paltry wages? The extreme limitations on job choices and the grim economic conditions significantly impact the daily lives of North Koreans. For those of us in more liberal economies, it's essential to recognize the privileges we often overlook, such as the freedom to pursue careers we are passionate about and the opportunity for fair compensation. What would you do if you lived in a system with such restrictions? Why exactly does the Rockie region fascinate us? This intriguing area was once home to people from New Mexico, showcasing a vibrant connection between cultures. The Rockie region, rich in history, invites us to explore how ancient peoples thrived in diverse landscapes. Imagine the lives of those who walked its land, cultivating crops and developing intricate communities. The New Mexican influences, evident in local artifacts and traditions, tell us stories of resilience and innovation. People in the Rauki region adapted to their environment using resources cleverly. They used natural materials to create tools and art that express their identity. This blending of cultures reminds us of the shared human experience across time and space. Today, as we learn about the Rauki's past, we gain insights into the legacies of those early inhabitants, making us wonder what life was like for them. What secrets does this region still hold? Guess how David Grunge turned scrap metal into art? David Grunge is a visionary artist known for his stunning sculptures made from discarded metal. Using scraps that many would consider worthless, he creates impressive pieces that not only showcase creativity but also send a powerful ecological message. Each sculpture tells a story, inviting viewers to think about waste and its implications for our planet. By merging art with recycling, Grunge is able to breathe new life into materials that would otherwise end up in landfills. His work sparks conversations about sustainability and the importance of reducing waste. Imagine walking through a gallery filled with vibrant animals and abstract forms, all crafted from rusted gears, old tools, and fragments of machinery. This transformative process highlights the potential of recycling in unexpected ways. Grunge's sculptures are more than just art. They're a call to action to appreciate and protect our environment. So the next time you spot a piece of scrap metal, just think, could it be art in disguise? Did you know Kim Basinger bought a whole town? In the 1980s, the famous actress Kim Basinger made headlines when she purchased the tiny town of Brazelton, Georgia, for a whopping $20 million. Her ambitious dream was to turn this quaint little place into a bustling tourist destination. Kim envisioned charming shops, exciting attractions, and maybe even a movie-themed park that would draw in visitors from all over. However, things didn't quite go as planned. Despite her big dreams, Kim faced various challenges in her development efforts, and her vision for Brazelton never materialized as she hoped. Ultimately, she sold shares in the town, marking a curious chapter in her life that many fans might not know about. Today, Brazelton is a flourishing community with its own unique character, but it's fascinating to think about what could have been if Kim's plans had succeeded. What would a movie star's town look like today? Hard to believe, but London Bridge moved to Arizona. Back in 1962, the iconic 1831 London Bridge faced replacement due to wear and tear. As it was being torn down, an American entrepreneur named Robert P. McCulloch saw an opportunity to boost tourism in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. He purchased the bridge brick by brick and had it shipped across the ocean. This monumental task took 3 years and was no small feat. Once reassembled in Arizona, the bridge became a major tourist attraction, drawing visitors eager to see a piece of London in the desert. Today, it serves not just as a crossing over Lake Havasu, but as a beloved landmark that showcases history and creativity. Each year, thousands flock to snap photos and learn about its fascinating story. How amazing is it that a structure from England became a centerpiece in the American Southwest? Is it really true that books can be art too? Marginalia. Art takes the world of reading to a whole new level by adding beautiful illustrations along the page edges. Artists like Tegan White and Benjamin Lacombe have embraced this technique, transforming the reading experience into something much more visual and poetic. Instead of just a plain page, you might find charming drawings that reflect the story, inviting readers to dive deeper into the text. Imagine flipping through a book and discovering colorful scenes peeking out, each illustration enhancing the narrative and sparking your imagination. This fusion of text and art enriches the way we perceive literature, making each book not just a source of knowledge or entertainment, but also a delightful aesthetic experience. So the next time you pick up a book, look closely. There may be hidden artworks waiting for you. Did you know that certain foods look as good as they taste? This intriguing trait not only enhances visual appeal, but also tickles our taste buds. Think of vibrant fruits like plump strawberries or shiny apples. Their bright colors signal freshness and flavor, tempting us to take a bite. The reason behind this stunning visual feast often lies in the natural pigments found in fruits and vegetables. For example, carotenoids give carrots their cheerful orange hue, while anthocyanins provide blueberries with their deep blue color. These colors don't just make food beautiful, They can also indicate the presence of important nutrients and antioxidants that are great for our health. So next time you prepare a meal, remember how colors can elevate your dish, making it not just tasty but visually inviting as well. Isn't it amazing how nature combines beauty and flavor in our food? Have you ever wondered why computers were women? Before the rise of modern technology, the term computer referred to a human, often a woman, tasked with executing complex calculations by hand. During the mid-20th century, especially at NASA, these extraordinarily skilled women performed essential roles in the space race. One standout figure was Katherine Johnson, a brilliant black mathematician whose calculations of flight paths were critical to the success of missions like John Glenn's historic orbit and the Apollo 11 lunar landing. Despite their profound contributions, these women often remained unsung heroes, overlooked in history and underpaid for their invaluable work. They engaged in intense problem-solving, tackling tasks that advanced machinery couldn't yet manage. Their determination and intellect laid the groundwork for future generations, both in space exploration and civil rights. Recognizing their achievements not only honors their legacy, but also highlights the significant role women have played in shaping science and technology. Could we imagine space exploration today without their unwavering dedication and brilliance? What if I told you, did you know the Atlas moth is the largest moth? This remarkable insect holds the impressive title for the biggest moth in the world, with a wingspan that can stretch up to 30 centimeters, roughly the size of a small dog. Hailing from the lush tropical forests of Southeast Asia, the Atlas moth captivates with its stunning wings, featuring rich browns and vibrant oranges that mimic tree bark or even the appearance of a snake's head, a clever disguise to deter potential predators. Like many insects, it undergoes a fascinating life cycle called complete metamorphosis. This means it transitions from an egg to a larva, then into a pupa, and eventually emerges as the breathtaking adult moth. An intriguing aspect of the Atlas moth is its unique diet, or lack thereof. Once they mature, these moths do not eat at all. Instead, they rely on energy reserves collected during their caterpillar stage, allowing them to concentrate on mating and reproduction during their brief lifespan of just a few weeks. So next time you encounter insects, consider the extraordinary Atlas moth and appreciate the wonders of nature. Did you know left-handedness has ancient roots? Archaeological evidence shows that about 10% of people have consistently been left-handed throughout history. This intriguing fact points to a long-standing biological basis for left-handedness rather than a recent trend. Researchers have found ancient tools such as specialized hand axes that were clearly made for left-handed users. This suggests that our ancestors understood the unique needs of left-handed individuals, indicating that left-handedness was recognized even in prehistoric times. Left-handedness is often surrounded by myths and misconceptions, but these findings illustrate its natural occurrence. Understanding the place of left-handedness in history helps us appreciate the diversity of human traits. So the next time you meet someone who writes with their left hand, remember, they're part of a long tradition that dates back thousands of years. Explore Hawaii's unique green sand beach at Papakolea. This stunning destination stands out as one of the rare green sand beaches worldwide, earning its vibrant color from volcanic minerals, particularly olivine. Located on the Big Island, Papakolea Beach is tucked away inside a cinder cone that formed from an ancient volcanic eruption. The mix of volcanic rocks and olivine creates a dazzling contrast against the blue waters of the Pacific Ocean. Picture yourself walking along this extraordinary shoreline where the sand glimmers in hues of green, a sight unlike any typical beach. To reach Papakolea, visitors often hike a rugged path that adds to the excitement of discovering something so special. The beach is not only beautiful, but also a reminder of Hawaii's dynamic geology and rich natural history. However, because it's a remote location, it's essential to respect the environment by cleaning up after yourself and being mindful of local wildlife. Have you ever imagined lying on sand that sparkles with flecks of green? Believe it or not, some ground never thaws. In places like Siberia or Alaska, the soil stays frozen year-round. a phenomenon known as permafrost. This thick layer of ice creates a chilly home for a variety of wildlife, but it also presents a unique challenge for human activities, especially when it comes to burying loved ones. Traditional burial methods simply don't work because the ground is too hard to dig through. It's like trying to plant a tree in a rock. Instead, people in these frosty regions have to get creative. Some families choose to use above-ground crypts, while others may opt for specialized techniques that involve placing the body in a simple container and letting nature take its course. Interestingly, the frozen ground can actually help preserve remains for a long time, giving us a glimpse into history when archaeologists uncover ancient bodies that have been well preserved by the cold. So, while permafrost can be problematic for burials, it also offers a fascinating look at life and death in some of the planet's coldest places. Prepare to be amazed by the sea's clarity. Have you ever noticed how the ocean seems to sparkle and shimmer when you're far away? That's right. From a distance, the water often looks much clearer than it really is. This curious phenomenon occurs because light behaves differently at various distances. When you're standing on the beach, the surface reflections and movement can make it hard to see through the water. However, step back and watch from a cliff or a boat, and the depth and colors can appear more vibrant and inviting. This change in visibility shows how our perspective shapes our experience of nature. Factors like sunlight, waves, and even underwater life play their part in this magic. So the next time you're near the ocean, try observing it from different angles. What surprises await you when you change your viewpoint? Did you know crows can help clean up litter? In an exciting development, a Dutch startup has teamed up with clever wild crows, teaching them a surprising skill: picking up cigarette butts and depositing them in bins. This remarkable initiative not only helps keep our environment cleaner, but also showcases the intelligence of these birds. By offering peanuts as a reward, the startup encourages the crows to participate in this unique recycling effort. Crows are known for their problem-solving abilities, and this project taps into that talent. Imagine walking through a park and seeing a crow swoop down to pick up a discarded butt, all for a tasty treat. Such innovative ideas can inspire more eco-friendly solutions worldwide, showing us how nature can play a vital role in addressing our waste challenges. How cool is it to think that crows might become our little helpers in keeping the planet clean? Imagine 1,000 computers working just for you. When you type a question into Google, it's not just a single computer that springs into action. About 1,000 powerful computers all kick into gear at the same time. This impressive team effort happens in a mere 0.2 seconds to find the most relevant information you're looking for. It's like a supercharged relay race, where each computer has its own job, analyzing data, scanning web pages, and retrieving answers from vast databases. The amazing processing power behind this system allows you to get instant results, whether you're searching for a recipe, a definition, or the latest news. All of this computing happens in a spark of time, almost before you can blink. This is a testament to how advanced technology has become, making information just a few clicks away. So next time you fire up Google and find what you need almost instantly, remember the incredible teamwork of those 1,000 computers working tirelessly for you. Or is it really true that Enceladus is a water wonder? In 2023, the James Webb Space Telescope made a stunning discovery by capturing an eruption of water vapor from a geyser on Saturn's intriguing moon, Enceladus. This geyser blasted water 6,000 miles into space, revealing just how dynamic this icy moon can be. Scientists believe that these eruptions play a crucial role in contributing material to Saturn's stunning rings. The water vapor from Enceladus isn't just a spectacular sight, it also contains vital information about the moon's subsurface ocean. Exploring this watery world helps researchers understand the potential for life beyond Earth and the complexities of our solar system. As they continue to study this fascinating moon, the question of how else Enceladus might surprise us remains. Who wouldn't be excited about learning more about this remarkable celestial body? What's the mystery behind cryptic pregnancies? Cryptic pregnancies happen when a woman doesn't realize she's pregnant, and they're more common than you might think. In fact, Research suggests that about 1 in 500 pregnancies aren't recognized until the mother is at least halfway through, and startlingly, 1 in 2,500 go completely unnoticed until labor begins. This can happen for several reasons. Some women might mistake pregnancy symptoms for something else, or experience lighter symptoms than expected. Others may be unaware of their pregnancy because they continue to have regular menstrual cycles. The phenomenon can create a surprising situation during labor, when an unprepared woman finds herself unexpectedly giving birth. Understanding cryptic pregnancies highlights the complexity of human reproduction and emphasizes the importance of regular health checkups. Could there be more surprises about pregnancy yet to uncover? Here's a wild fact about drunk driving history. It all began way back in the late 19th century when George Smith faced a hefty penalty for being the first person ever convicted of drunk driving in London. In 1897, this unusual incident involved Smith crashing his horse-drawn cab into a building, a crash that led to a 25-shilling fine. This amount was significant at the time, highlighting how society was starting to recognize the dangers posed by impaired driving. As automobiles began to emerge, the issue of drunk driving became even more critical, leading to stricter laws and public awareness campaigns over the decades. Today, organizations work tirelessly to prevent drunk driving and save lives. But it's interesting to think that these efforts have historical roots tracing back more than a century. What do you think about the evolution of these laws? Did you know that female tarantulas live much longer? While most male tarantulas have a short lifespan of just 5 to 10 years, their female counterparts can thrive for an astonishing 30 years. This striking difference in longevity is mainly due to the unique reproductive habits of these spiders. During mating, male tarantulas often risk their lives. They can be eaten by females right after mating or die shortly afterward, having fulfilled their reproductive role. On the other hand, females continue to live well beyond this critical period, spending their long lives laying eggs and nurturing their offspring. This extended lifespan allows them to face the challenges of the wild, such as predators and environmental changes. So if you ever come across a tarantula, remember that the female may have decades ahead of her, while the male has likely played his part and moved on. Here's what actually happens when elephants communicate. Elephants are not just enormous creatures. They are also remarkably intelligent and emotionally aware. These magnificent animals have developed sophisticated communication systems that include various sounds and alarm calls. For instance, when an elephant encounters humans, it emits a unique rumbling sound that is completely different from the sounds it makes when alerting others about lions or bees. This ability to differentiate between various threats shows how attuned elephants are to their environment. They constantly assess the dangers around them and respond accordingly, demonstrating advanced cognitive skills. Their communication plays a vital role in maintaining social bonds within herds, helping them to work together and stay safe in the wild. Next time you hear an elephant rumble, remember it might be sharing vital information about its surroundings. Have you ever heard of the Postal Service Band? This unique group got its name in the most creative way possible. Instead of jamming together in the same room, the band members tackled their busy schedules by mailing music tracks to one another using the United States Postal Service, USPS. Imagine sending your music via snail mail. This method might seem old-fashioned, but it allowed each member to contribute their distinct style and ideas, ultimately leading to the iconic sound the band is known for today. As they exchanged recordings, the artists collaborated from a distance, showing that you don't always need to be in the same space to create beautiful music. The innovative use of mail not only defined their process, but also contributed to their identity, making their songs feel both personal and connected to a different era of communication. So, the next time you listen to their music, think about how those tracks traveled through the postal system, bridging distances and bringing their melodies to life. What an inspiring story of creativity and teamwork. You won't believe Facebook's logo story. When Mark Zuckerberg first envisioned Facebook, he created its original logo in just a few minutes. Using a simple font and a striking blue color scheme, he drew inspiration from his color blindness. Blue is the color he sees most vividly. This choice not only reflects a personal touch, but has also shaped the visual identity of one of the world's biggest social media platforms. Later on, the introduction of the thumbs-up like button transformed how users interact online, turning it into an iconic symbol recognized globally. Today, this simple button represents millions of moments, likes and shares, forming a central part of our online communication. So the next time you click like, remember the quick creative decision made by a young Zuckerberg that changed social media forever. Here's something incredible about hot air balloons. Hot air balloons float high in the sky, and their secret lies in the science of density. You see, when air gets heated, it becomes less dense than the cooler air around it. This means that when the air inside a hot air balloon is warmed up by a flame, it expands and rises, creating a buoyant lift that helps the balloon ascend. This enchanting phenomenon is what allows people to soar above beautiful landscapes, taking in breathtaking views. The process is quite simple. A burner heats the air in the large fabric envelope of the balloon, and as the hot air rises, it lifts the entire balloon with it. Pilots can control their altitude by adjusting the temperature of the air inside the balloon. Cooling it down makes it descend, while heating it up makes it rise. Next time you see a colorful balloon floating against the sky, remember the fascinating dance between hot and cold air that makes it possible. Here's a wild fact about Alexander the Great. As a young boy, Alexander faced criticism for wasting rare incense during a sacrificial ritual, which shows even the greatest leaders had to learn from their mistakes. Yet after he captured the city of Gaza, he didn't just show off his military prowess, he turned this past reprimand on its head. Alexander sent a staggering 18 tons of incense to his former teacher, demonstrating his newfound wealth and power. This act was more than just a gift. It served as a declaration, flipping the script on those who criticized him in his youth. By showcasing such opulence, he crafted a narrative of triumph over his earlier shortcomings, proving that he had transformed from a boy who wasted incense into a formidable force in the ancient world. Isn't it fascinating how past actions can come full circle in surprising ways? Have you ever wondered why squids are so unique? Their brains have a fascinating shape, a ring that cleverly encircles their esophagus. This unusual anatomical feature means that when a squid swallows food, it actually passes through its brain. It's a design that's both amazing and a bit risky. If the squid tries to gulp down something too large, like a fish or crustacean, it could potentially hurt its own brain. Imagine trying to eat a giant sandwich while your brain is right in the way. Pretty tricky, right? This remarkable structure showcases how squids have adapted to their ocean habitats and hunting techniques, but it also highlights the quirky risks they take for a meal. So the next time you see a squid, remember that its incredible brain is not just for show, it plays a vital, albeit risky, role in its life underwater. Did you know Leonardo da Vinci was ambidextrous? For years, many believed this genius of the Renaissance was left-handed. However, recent studies reveal that he could skillfully wield both hands. This fascinating discovery emerged from examining his early works, where inscriptions appear in opposite directions, highlighting his extraordinary abilities. Imagine creating art and writing with both hands simultaneously. Da Vinci's ambidexterity set him apart, allowing him to explore and innovate in ways that helped shape art and science. His remarkable talent didn't just stop at painting, he was also a skilled scientist, engineer, and inventor. By mastering the use of both hands, Da Vinci could experiment and create more efficiently. So the next time you admire masterpieces like the Mona Lisa or the Last Supper, remember the unique skill of ambidexterity that contributed to his artistic brilliance. What if I told you Nobel winners can go rogue? This phenomenon is known as Nobel disease, or Nobelitis, where esteemed Nobel Prize winners start to entertain bizarre or scientifically unfounded ideas. Once individuals gain recognition for their groundbreaking work, they may begin to believe their expertise gives them a license to venture into areas outside their original field. For example, a brilliant physicist may dabble in pseudoscience, proclaiming unusual theories about health or the cosmos. This misguided confidence can lead to controversial or even debunked claims, surprising many who look up to these laureates as the ultimate authority. With the weight of their accolades, it's easy to overlook the importance of maintaining a specialized focus. As a result, the very individuals who contribute significantly to human knowledge can unintentionally spread misinformation. How does a brilliant mind go astray? Did you know that fish can lose their tongues? This bizarre phenomenon occurs thanks to the parasite Simathoa sigua, better known as the tongue-eating louse. These tiny creatures enter a fish's mouth through its gills, where they find a cozy spot to attach themselves to the fish's tongue. As they feast on the fish's blood supply, something strange happens. The fish's tongue gradually withers away and eventually falls off. But here's where it gets really wild. The louse then takes over the role of the fish's tongue. This means that not only does it continue to feed on the fish's blood, but it also allows the fish to eat normally by functioning as an operational tongue. This unsettling relationship is a unique example of parasitism, showcasing how one species can adapt to such a peculiar and symbiotic role in another's life. How does nature come up with these odd partnerships? Ever thought about why Lilith left Eden? In Jewish folklore, Lilith represents a strong spirit who chose her own path rather than remaining in the traditional role expected of her in the Garden of Eden. According to the tales, she refused to be subservient to Adam, the first man, rejecting the idea of being a mere helper. This decision marks her as a symbol of independence and rebellion, standing up for her beliefs and desires. Lilith's story challenges the norms of her time and invites discussions about gender roles and freedom. Over centuries, she's been interpreted in various ways, embodying both dark and light aspects, from a demonized figure to a feminist icon. Her legacy continues to inspire literature, art, and modern discussions about equality, making her a fascinating subject in both history and contemporary culture. What do you think about her choice to leave? Have you ever wondered how Ninja changed streaming forever? In 2018, Tyler Blevins, better known as Ninja, made history by becoming the first streamer to earn a whopping $1 million in just 1 year. This impressive achievement was largely fueled by his Fortnite streams, which captivated millions of viewers around the globe. Ninja's charismatic personality and extraordinary gaming skills transformed him into a household name, and his success opened the doors for many other gamers to pursue professional streaming. Sponsorships with big brands and collaborations with celebrities helped skyrocket his popularity even further. Today, streaming is no longer just a hobby, it's a viable career path for many aspiring gamers. Ninja's record-breaking earnings not only showcased the massive potential of esports, but also inspired a new generation to explore their passions in gaming. Who knows what the future holds for streaming next? Did you know the MCU is a record breaker? The Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU, acquired by Disney in 2009, has made history as the highest-grossing film franchise ever, raking in over $29 billion. This incredible success comes from a mix of thrilling storytelling and spectacular action that keeps fans coming back for more. Blockbusters like Avengers Endgame showcase Disney's talent for weaving together complex characters and gripping plots across various films. What makes the MCU stand out even more is how it connects stories over multiple films and platforms, creating a rich, interconnected universe that captivates audiences around the globe. Each film not only builds on the excitement of the last, but also explores deeper themes of heroism, sacrifice, and friendship. Fans eagerly anticipate new releases, knowing they will experience epic battles, emotional moments, and unexpected twists. The MCU has transformed cinema, proving that well-crafted superhero tales can resonate with viewers of all ages. How do you think these movies will continue to evolve in the future? Did you know Hawaii lacks seagulls on its shores? The tropical paradise of Hawaii surprises many by not housing the coastal bird we often associate with beach life, the seagull. This absence is due to the island's unique geographical setting and environmental conditions. Unlike other coastal regions, Hawaii's isolated ecosystem lacks the large, open habitats that seagulls favor. Instead of seagulls, the islands are home to a fascinating variety of native seabirds, including the nena, Hawaii's state bird, and the striking red-footed booby. These birds have flourished without the competition that seagulls typically bring in other areas. The nene is particularly interesting. This goose-like bird has developed unique adaptations that help it survive in Hawaii's volcanic terrain. Meanwhile, the red-footed booby showcases amazing diving skills, catching fish mid-air. Exploring Hawaii's coastline reveals a vibrant avian community that thrives in harmony with the island's diverse habitats. The stark difference in bird species offers a glimpse into how isolated ecosystems shape life in incredible ways. What's your favorite Hawaiian bird? Surprisingly, it's a fact that Wilson had a ram as a mascot. During President Woodrow Wilson's 1916 re-election campaign, he introduced an unexpected character into his strategy, a rambunctious ram named Old Ike. This lively creature captured public attention with his aggressive personality and quirky habit of chewing tobacco. Old Ike became a symbol of Wilsonian patriotism, though most political campaigns typically relied on human figures or political slogans to rally support. Despite his odd choice, the ram's presence during rallies and public appearances left a lasting impression on voters. People would gather not just to see the candidates, but to catch a glimpse of Old Ike, showcasing how unconventional mascots can create memorable moments in political history. What do you think? Could an animal mascot change the game in modern politics? Turns out the truth is that sake is ancient. Japanese sake, known as Nihonshu, is a traditional alcoholic drink crafted from rice, boasting a rich history that spans over 1,000 years to the Nara period in the 8th century. This beloved beverage likely draws inspiration from early brewing methods introduced from China, but it has evolved into something uniquely Japanese. Sake is more than just a drink. It's woven into the fabric of Japanese culture, playing a crucial role in ceremonies and rituals. For instance, it is often offered at Shinto shrines during religious events, symbolizing purity and respect. Sake also shines during celebrations, such as weddings, where it represents prosperity and good fortune. With its delicate flavors and aromas, each sip tells a story of tradition and craftsmanship that has been cherished through generations. Have you ever tried this fascinating drink? Here's what actually happens when you use a Kodak camera. The Kodak camera, launched in 1888, revolutionized photography by making it accessible to the masses. It came preloaded with 100 photos, allowing anyone to take pictures without needing a deep understanding of the process. But here's the catch. Once you filled up the roll, you had to mail the entire camera back to the factory for processing. Imagine having to send your smartphone back to its manufacturer after taking all your selfies. This meant that people eagerly awaited their developed pictures, often for weeks, excited about the memories captured. This early approach made photography feel special, transforming it from a task reserved for professionals into a hobby anyone could enjoy. It wasn't just about snapping photos, it was about anticipation and sharing moments with loved ones. Aren't you curious how this changed the way we capture memories today? This might surprise you. Roswell and its UFO mystery. In 1947, a curious event near Roswell, New Mexico, ignited a frenzy of speculation and debate about unidentified flying objects. It all started when reports surfaced about a mysterious crash in the area, initially described by the U.S. military as a flying disc. This announcement captured the public's imagination, leading many to wonder if they were witnessing a real-life alien encounter. As more details emerged, officials quickly changed their story, claiming it was merely a weather balloon. However, this swift retraction only fueled conspiracy theories and heightened interest, leading to what we now refer to as the Roswell case. Over the decades, countless books, documentaries, and movies have explored this enigmatic incident, making it a cornerstone of UFO lore. People continue to debate the event's truth, questioning whether the government covered up extraterrestrial contact. So what really happened in Roswell, and why does this incident still captivate our imagination today? Turns out the truth is that Pringles cans are special. Frederick Bauer, the creative mind behind the iconic Pringles can, had a quirky wish: to be buried in one. After he passed away at the age of 89, his family decided to honor this whimsical request, showcasing not only their love for him, but also his legacy. Instead of a traditional burial, they purchased a Pringles can, reflecting Bauer's fun spirit and innovation in packaging. The can itself is not just a container, it's become a symbol of convenience and freshness for snack lovers everywhere. It's hard to imagine that something so familiar and cherished came from one man's vision. This unique burial choice sparked conversations about how we remember those we love and the creative contributions that leave lasting impressions. So, would you consider a memorable tribute like this for yourself or a loved one? What if I told you Brazil is massive? Brazil, the largest country in South America, stretches over a jaw-dropping 8.5 million square kilometers. This makes it the fifth largest country in the entire world. If you were to travel around Brazil, you'd find that it shares borders with every South American nation, except for Chile and Ecuador. But it's not just about size. Much of Brazil is a stunning display of nature's beauty, especially the Amazon rainforest. This incredible wilderness is not only vast, but also teeming with life, hosting countless plant and animal species found nowhere else on Earth. Imagine standing in the heart of the Amazon, surrounded by towering trees and the sounds of exotic wildlife. Brazil stands out not only for its size, but for its rich biodiversity and vibrant culture. What adventures might be waiting in this wild, enchanting land? Most people don't know this, but Chervon Desh exists, an intriguing phenomenon occurring in parts of Great Britain, Spain, and southern France. This unique occurrence involves noticeable changes in dust thickness or surface color multiple times each year. The magic of Chervon Desh is closely linked to the Sahara Desert, as winds often carry sand and dust across vast distances. When this desert dust lands in other regions, it can dramatically alter the look of the landscape. Imagine vibrant orange and reddish hues appearing on walls or roads, making them seem like an artwork straight from nature. Residents and visitors alike often marvel at these sudden, colorful transformations, which are not only visually stunning, but also play a role in local ecosystems. This changing dust can affect soil quality and even influence weather patterns. Isn't it fascinating how a bit of Saharan sand can bring such vibrancy far beyond its home? Believe it or not, ancient sculptors chewed wood to carve. This surprising technique highlights the incredible patience and skill of wood artisans from long ago. Before these talented craftsmen could create intricate designs and statues, they would chew on the wood to soften it, making it easier to carve. It's a labor-intensive process that shows just how dedicated they were to their art. These early sculptors often spent hours or even days preparing their materials. The time and effort they put into each piece is a testament to their commitment to craftsmanship. Imagine using your teeth as tools, demonstrating not just physical strength, but also an intimate understanding of the wood they worked with. This fascinating practice not only shaped beautiful artworks, but also reflects the ingenuity of ancient cultures. What other creative methods did these artisans discover in their quest to make something extraordinary? What if I told you about fish and trees? The Amazon River showcases an incredible phenomenon where fish swim among trees during the rainy season. As the waters rise, vast forest areas become submerged, creating a unique aquatic habitat filled with life. Species like the piranha and the electric eel navigate through the flooded branches, finding food and shelter in this temporary environment. This fascinating adaptation allows fish to thrive in conditions that may seem unlikely, highlighting the intricate connection between freshwater ecosystems and rainforest habitats. During these floods, the river transforms into a maze of submerged vegetation, where fish not only survive but also take advantage of the rich nutrients washing in from the land. These seasonal changes play a critical role in the overall health of the Amazon, influencing not just the aquatic species, but also the terrestrial wildlife that depends on these water levels for food and movement. The Amazon River is not just a waterway, it's a vibrant tapestry of life that continues to amaze scientists and nature lovers alike. Prepare to be amazed by the Hoover Dam's construction techniques. This engineering marvel, built in the 1930s, utilized creative solutions to tackle some significant challenges. One of the most fascinating methods involved a sophisticated system of pipes that circulated cool water through the massive blocks of concrete. Why was this necessary? When concrete cures, it generates heat, which can lead to cracking if not managed properly. To prevent this, engineers designed a network of pipes that allowed cold water to flow, keeping the concrete at an optimal temperature. This careful attention to detail not only ensured the dam's strength, but also showcased the innovative thinking of that era. The Hoover Dam, standing tall on the border of Nevada and Arizona, became a symbol of modern engineering. It provides power, flood control, and water supply while also attracting millions of visitors each year. So next time you marvel at this monumental structure, remember the brilliant methods that made it possible. Who knew that managing temperature could be so crucial in construction? Have you ever heard of John Calmo's record age? This remarkable individual is officially recognized as the oldest verified person, living an astonishing 122 years and 164 days. Born in 1875, John's life spanned through tremendous historical changes, witnessing everything from the invention of the telephone to the moon landing. Living for over a century means he experienced 2 world wars and countless technological advancements that reshaped society. Researchers are intrigued by Calmo's incredible lifespan, exploring factors like genetics, lifestyle, and environment that may contribute to extreme longevity. While most of us only dream of living such a long life, John's story raises fascinating questions about what it means to age gracefully. Could healthy eating, active living, and strong social connections be key? Or might there be secrets in his ancestry that science is yet to uncover? As scientists continue to study aging, John Calmo serves as an inspiration and a reminder that life can be wonderfully long and rich, filled with history and change. Have you ever seen a giant pizza slice? In 2018, a New York pizza chain made history by crafting the world's largest pizza slice, measuring an astonishing 2.4 meters, 8 feet long, and 1.2 meters, 4 feet wide. Just imagine those dimensions. This colossal slice was equivalent to 40 typical pizza slices stacked together. The chefs had to be incredibly creative and precise to pull off such a feat, using massive quantities of dough, cheese, and toppings. To deliver this mouth-watering marvel, they even needed special transport, showcasing not just their culinary skills, but also their logistical prowess. This extraordinary slice captured the attention of pizza lovers around the globe, proving that in the world of food, bigger can definitely be better. So if you ever find yourself in New York, keep an eye out for any attempts to break this delicious record. Did you know astronauts forget how to walk? After spending time in the weightlessness of space, astronauts can face surprising challenges when they return to Earth. Microgravity has a fascinating impact on the human body, affecting muscles and bones. In space, astronauts experience reduced gravity, causing their muscles and bones to weaken since they don't need to work as hard against gravitational forces. When they land back on solid ground, many find that their bodies have to readjust. They often rely on support from fellow crew members or medical professionals as they learn to walk again, relearning coordination and balance. This process can vary from person to person, with some needing just a few days while others may take weeks to regain their former agility. It's astonishing to consider how our bodies adapt to different environments, showcasing human resilience and the importance of gravity in our lives. So next time you see an astronaut, think about the incredible journey they've made and the challenges they face upon returning home. Believe it or not, Star Wars debuted on just 32 screens. When the original Star Wars film premiered in 1977, it did so in a rather unconventional way. Instead of flooding theaters nationwide, the strategy was to release it on only 32 screens across the United States. This was a clever move by 20th Century Fox, designed to create buzz and intrigue. As fans flocked to the limited showings, word of mouth began to spread like wildfire. The excitement grew as audiences experienced the groundbreaking special effects and captivating story. Soon, lines formed outside theaters, leading to a surge in ticket sales and a wider release. This slow buildup not only allowed the film to gain an enthusiastic following, but also set it up as a cultural phenomenon that would shape the future of cinema. By the time Star Wars expanded to more theaters, it had already proved itself a must-see movie, ultimately launching one of the most beloved franchises in film history. Can you imagine if it had opened everywhere at once? Have you heard about gorilla noses and fingerprints? Gorillas possess fascinating noses, each featuring unique patterns and wrinkles that resemble human fingerprints. Just like how no two people have identical fingerprints, no two gorilla noses are the same. This remarkable feature allows scientists and conservationists to identify individual gorillas with surprising accuracy. By capturing close-up photographs of these noses, researchers can track the movements and behaviors of specific gorillas in the wild. This method is crucial for studying their populations and ensuring their protection, especially as many gorilla species face threats from habitat loss and poaching. So the next time you admire a gorilla at the zoo or in a documentary, remember that those distinct nose patterns are key to understanding their lives and preserving their future in the wild. You won't believe what scientists did to Commander Powder. During a tense war period, a group of innovative scientists found their creative ideas for new weapons stifled by a Navy officer named Commander Powder. This commander didn't just disagree with their concepts, he actively blocked many of their proposals, making the scientists feel frustrated and powerless. Rather than letting their frustrations simmer, they chose to respond with humor and cleverness. In a light-hearted jab at Commander Powder, they named a fictional military unit after him, turning their grievance into a funny story that helped ease the tension. This playful act not only lifted their spirits, but also highlighted their determination to keep pushing boundaries in the face of obstacles. The scientists' creativity shone through, showing that laughter can be a powerful tool, even in the most serious situations. Who knew a little humor could ignite such resilience? Prepare to be amazed by population growth in India. India has been witnessing a remarkable surge in its population, with millions of people moving from rural areas to bustling cities. This trend, often driven by the quest for better job opportunities and living standards, brings both excitement and challenges. As urban areas expand rapidly, cities like Mumbai and Delhi face difficulties in providing adequate resources such as housing, clean water, and transportation. This influx strains existing infrastructure, making it harder for local governments to keep up. Additionally, issues like traffic congestion and pollution arise, impacting the quality of life for residents. The demographic shifts seen in India highlight the importance of planning and sustainable development to accommodate these changes. How can India balance growth with infrastructure development to ensure a bright future for its people? Believe it or not, yellow makes you hungrier. This bright and cheerful color has a fascinating impact on our appetite. Yellow stimulates energy and excitement, making us feel more enthusiastic about food. Restaurants often use it to create a lively atmosphere where diners want to eat more. But that's just part of the story. Research shows that the color of dinnerware can also influence our eating habits. When food is served on white plates, it can appear brighter and less calorie-dense, tricking our brains into thinking we're consuming fewer calories than we actually are. This can lead to unintentional overeating, as we may fill up our plates without realizing it. So next time you're setting the table or choosing restaurant decor, think about how color might change your dining experience. Is it time to rethink your color choices for meals? Amazing beginnings of web search technology. In 1990, a bright graduate student named Alan E. Imtaj at McGill University created something revolutionary: Archie, the first functional web search engine. At the time, the internet was still in its infancy, primarily used by academics and researchers. Imtaj recognized the need for a tool that could help users easily find information in the growing sea of data. By developing Archie, he paved the way for the search engines we rely on today, enabling us to quickly locate websites, documents, and resources at our fingertips. Archie worked by indexing files available on public FTP servers, allowing users to search for specific files rather than just browsing them. This innovation drastically changed how people interacted with the internet. As the online world evolved, so did search technology, but Archie's legacy remains fundamental. Today, we take for granted the power of search engines like Google and Bing, but it all started with Imtaj's groundbreaking work. Isn't it fascinating to think how far we've come since then? Guess what really drives winter allergies? Cold temperatures can cause a surprising reaction in some people known as cold urticaria. This condition can result in itchy welts or even severe symptoms like anaphylactic shock when exposed to cold air or water. Imagine going out to enjoy a snowy day, only to have your skin break out in itchy hives. It's more than just a nuisance. For some, it can pose serious health risks. The cold triggers the release of histamines in the body, leading to these allergic reactions. Although rare, it's crucial for those affected to recognize the signs and stay cautious. Keeping warm and avoiding sudden exposure to cold can help manage symptoms. Understanding cold urticaria allows for better planning during winter adventures. So, if winter sports or chilly walks are on your agenda, be sure you know how to protect yourself from the cold's unexpected impact. Prepare to be amazed by aurora's hidden sounds. Researchers discovered in 2016 that the mesmerizing auroras borealis can actually produce sounds. Traditionally, these stunning light displays filled our skies with vibrant greens and purples, but they also whisper soft sounds that often go unnoticed. With the help of specialized equipment, scientists captured these faint noises during active auroral events. While most of the time these sounds are subtle, there are moments when they become audible, enriching our experience of this natural phenomenon. Imagine standing under a dazzling sky of swirling colors and hearing the gentle crackling or whistling that accompanies the lights. It's a magical combination that connects us even more to nature's wonders, reminding us that the universe often has surprises waiting to be discovered. Believe it or not, Mississippi changed heart and lung transplants forever. In the 1960s, the state became a crucial location for medical history when the world's first heart and lung transplants were successfully carried out. These pioneering procedures represented major leaps forward in modern medicine, showcasing not just remarkable surgical skills, but also the creativity and determination of the medical team involved. Prior to these surgeries, organ transplantation was highly experimental and fraught with complications. The successful transplants in Mississippi opened up new possibilities for saving lives, inspiring further research and advancements in organ transplant techniques. These procedures emphasize the importance of organ donation and the critical need for improved methods to ensure that patients receive the life-saving organs they need. Today, thanks to the innovation sparked by those early surgeries, thousands of people receive transplants every year, transforming the landscape of healthcare across the globe. Isn't it amazing how a single state can shape such vital medical breakthroughs? Here's what actually happens when luck meets resilience. Violet Jessup was a remarkable stewardess who experienced the tragic fate of not one, but 3 RMS Olympic-class ships: the Titanic, the Britannic, and the Olympic. Can you imagine being on the Titanic during its infamous sinking? That's exactly where Jessup found herself in 1912. Miraculously, she survived that disaster, escaping the icy waters. Just a few years later, in 1916, she was aboard the Britannic when it struck a mine and sank. Once again, Jessup showed her grit by making it to safety. Even the Olympic, which had a collision, couldn't keep her off the lifeboats. Her extraordinary story leads many to wonder if she had exceptional luck or an iron will to survive. Her experiences teach us about bravery and the human spirit in the face of adversity. Did you know pots became helmets in World War II? During this tumultuous time, soldiers faced not only battles, but a constant need for equipment and armor. As resources became scarce, nations had to get creative to support their military efforts. One surprising solution involved repurposing household items like pots and pans. Metal from these everyday objects was collected and melted down to forge sturdy helmets for the troops. This practice highlighted the resilience and ingenuity of people during wartime, as citizens rallied to contribute whatever they could to the cause. Turning pots into protective gear wasn't just practical, it symbolized the idea that everyone had a role to play, even in the smallest ways. This resourcefulness helped ensure that soldiers had the helmets they needed to stay safe while fighting. So next time you think about World War II, consider not just the soldiers on the front lines, but also the everyday heroes back home transforming their kitchens into a supply line for victory. Ever felt like birds were watching you? This intriguing sensation stems from an instinctual awareness that many animals, including humans, have developed over time. Birds often watch us from trees and rooftops, their keen eyes tracking our movements closely. This feeling, while more instinctive than conscious, highlights how animals are sensitive to their environment. Researchers note that when we feel watched, it's a blend of actual observation and our brain's natural inclination to be alert in the presence of potential threats. This instinct was essential for survival, allowing early humans to detect predators or prey. Even today, this awareness can trigger reactions like caution or curiosity. So the next time you're outside and catch a glimpse of a bird eyeing you, remember that you're not alone in feeling observed. Nature's watchful creatures are aware of us too. Is it really true that the interlace redefines urban living? Designed by OMA and Ol Sheeran, the interlace stands out as an architectural marvel in Singapore. This unique residential complex is made up of 31 interlaced 6-story blocks, all arranged in a clever hexagonal pattern. But what makes it truly special is how these blocks promote community living. Instead of typical high-rise towers, the design prioritizes open courtyards that bring residents together and create a vibrant sense of community. You won't find dull hallways here. Instead, the spaces between the buildings invite social gatherings, play, and relaxation. This innovative design encourages not only a healthier lifestyle, but also fosters a strong neighborhood spirit. The interlace challenges conventional ideas about urban apartments, showing that skyscrapers can have more than just height. They can offer a joyful, interactive environment. With its lush greenery and thoughtful layout, the interlace is a prime example of how architecture can enhance our daily lives. Isn't it exciting to see such creativity in urban living? What if I told you about the giant kelenken? This incredible prehistoric bird roamed South America and stood up to 10 feet tall, making it one of the largest avian predators ever discovered. With a massive 16-inch beak, the kelenken was equipped to hunt and feed on a variety of prey, similar to some dinosaurs. Imagine a bird so big it could give a T-Rex a run for its money. Scientists believe the kelenken lived during an era when the landscape was rich with other large creatures, which likely shaped its evolutionary traits, helping it to become a dominant predator. This impressive bird represents just one of the many fascinating species that lived millions of years ago, highlighting the incredible diversity of life on Earth during prehistoric times. How did such a majestic creature fit into its ecosystem? Guess what really drives NEOM's futuristic ambitions? NEOM's The Line and IDA, an eye-catching megacity under construction in Saudi Arabia, aim to redefine urban living. This massive project plans to accommodate around 600,000 residents while offering a plethora of attractions, like a thrilling Formula One track where racing enthusiasts can feel the adrenaline rush, and a fantastic water park for families looking to cool off. What sets the line apart is its unique design, stretching for 170 kilometers, that promotes sustainability and makes sure residents can access essential services within a 5-minute walk. The vision is not just about living spaces, it's about creating a vibrant community filled with futuristic technology and amenities. From cutting-edge transportation systems to lush green areas, NEOM has the potential to change how we think about cities and urban life. Isn't it exciting to imagine what life could look like in such a place? What if I told you about a haunted hospital? The Old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee has become a must-visit spot for thrill seekers and ghost hunters alike, thanks to its spooky vibes and strange occurrences. Visitors often report flickering lights and the sound of phantom footsteps echoing through its empty halls, creating an atmosphere so eerie that it feels like stepping into a horror movie. Once a bustling medical facility, the hospital has transformed into a haunted attraction, drawing in people eager to explore its mysterious past. Local legends speak of restless spirits that wander the corridors, and many claim to have felt an unexplainable chill or seen shadowy figures darting just out of sight. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the South Pittsburgh Hospital is filled with tales that keep visitors on the edge of their seats. Are you brave enough to uncover its secrets? Guess what really drives persistent hiccups? Hiccups may seem like a funny annoyance, but persistent or intractable ones can turn into a serious health issue. These rare hiccups last longer than 48 hours and can significantly affect daily life. One incredible case involved Charles Osborne, who famously had hiccups for an astonishing 68 years, from 1922 until 1990. Imagine dealing with that every single day. So what causes these never-ending hiccups? They can stem from a variety of factors, including nerve damage, brain disorders, or even metabolic imbalances. While most people experience hiccups for just a few minutes, those with persistent hiccups face not only physical discomfort, but also emotional challenges, as it can be exhausting and frustrating. Understanding the root causes helps researchers develop treatments, raising hopes for those affected. How can something so small create such a big impact on life? Let's uncover the truth about Lucky Charms. For a whole decade, one person held on to a small trinket, believing it was simply a good luck charm. Initially, it was just a colorful bead he found on the ground, but little did he know, this unassuming piece had a rich history. After 10 years of carrying it everywhere, he decided to do some research. To his surprise, he discovered that the bead was an ancient artifact once used in traditional rituals. It turned out to be a rare piece from a long-lost civilization, valued not just for its beauty, but also for its connection to history. As a result, what started as a token of good fortune transformed into a symbol of cultural heritage. This surprising journey reminds us that sometimes the things we hold dear are much more valuable than we think. Have you ever underestimated an item's worth? What makes a snake's forked tongue so special? The unique split in a snake's tongue serves a fascinating purpose. Instead of tasting like we do, snakes use their forked tongues to smell their environment, which is vital for hunting and understanding their surroundings. When a snake flicks its tongue, it captures tiny scent particles from the air. Each side of the tongue picks up different scents, allowing the snake to identify which direction the smell is coming from. This amazing ability helps them track prey or evade predators with incredible accuracy. Imagine slithering through your environment and having the ability to taste the air for information. This adaptation isn't just smart, it's essential for survival. Whether they are hunting a mouse or avoiding a larger animal, snakes rely heavily on their keen sense of smell, guided by their remarkable tongue. So next time you see a snake flicking its tongue, remember it's not just about tasting, it's a masterclass in scent navigation. Have you heard about the blue whale's massive appetite? This incredible creature holds the title of the largest animal on Earth, and it has an astonishing way of fueling its enormous size. A single blue whale can consume around 4 tons of food every day. This staggering amount equals the calories a human might eat over 6 months, an impressive feat of nature. Blue whales primarily feast on tiny shrimp-like animals called krill, eating them in massive quantities during feeding seasons. With their specialized baleen plates, these giants filter out thousands of krill with each mouthful, demonstrating a fascinating adaptation to their ocean habitat. The blue whale's ability to consume such large meals is crucial for maintaining its energy levels, as they can swim great distances and dive deep into the ocean in search of food. Despite their size, blue whales face significant threats from climate change and human activities. As we learn more about these majestic animals, it's important to protect their environment and ensure their survival for future generations. How much more do you think we have yet to discover about these giants? Is it really true that New Zealand has a wizard? In 1990, Ian Brackenbury Channel, affectionately known as the Wizard, was officially appointed as a wizard by the New Zealand Prime Minister. This quirky title might sound like a fairy tale, but it's actually a unique part of New Zealand's cultural heritage. The wizard is celebrated not just for his whimsical title, but also for his significant contributions to the community. He's known for entertaining and providing valuable services, including public speeches and performances that often carry a social message. His work has been so impactful that he received the Queen's Service Medal, a prestigious honor recognizing his dedication to the welfare of the community. With a colorful robe and a pointed hat, The wizard brings a touch of magic to everyday life, reminding us that creativity and kindness can go hand in hand. So next time you think about New Zealand, remember, it's not just about stunning landscapes and unique wildlife. It also has a wizard adding a sprinkle of enchantment. How cool is that? You won't believe this about Will Smith. During the first season of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will took his role very seriously, even going so far as to memorize all the lines of his fellow cast members. This impressive dedication allowed him to fully immerse himself in the show, making each scene more vibrant and engaging. Observant viewers can spot Will confidently mimicking the dialogue of other characters, which adds a unique layer of authenticity to his performance. Imagine trying to juggle your own lines while recalling what everyone else is saying. This level of commitment helped create some of the show's most unforgettable moments and contributed to its lasting popularity. Will's ability to pay attention to the details not only showcased his talent, but also his respect for his colleagues in the craft of acting. How many actors do you think would put in that much effort today?